Trapezoids. We have two different kinds of trapezoids. The first trapezoid is called a non-isosceles trapezoid. A non-isosceles trapezoid has only one pair of opposite sides that are parallel. You notice the parallel symbol. And it has consecutive angles are supplementary on the legs. So this would be a leg, which would mean this angle and this angle would be supplementary. And this is the other leg, so this angle and this angle would be supplementary. Notice that the legs are the two sides that are not parallel. All right, let's use that information in order to find some missing angles. So right now we know we have a non-isosceles trapezoid. We have one set of parallel lines, and we have some angles here that are created by the legs connecting the parallel lines. So we know that angle J and angle M are going to be supplementary. So we can do 180 minus 87 is going to give us 93. So angle M is going to be 93 degrees. 180 minus 51 is going to be 129 degrees. So angle K is going to be 129 degrees. Again, supplementary angles that are created by the legs of the non-isosceles trapezoid. All right, now we have a trapezoid. Parallel lines are going in a different direction, but again, we have two consecutive angles created by the leg, and that makes those supplementary. So we are going to do 8x plus 6 plus 54 is going to equal 180. 8x plus 60 is going to equal 180. 0 pair out the 60. 8x is going to be 120. Divide by 8, divide by 8, and x is going to equal 15. So we can come up here and put in our 15 for x. If we want to know the measure of angle C, then we're going to do 8x plus 6. We'll do 8 times 15 plus 6. 8 times 15 is 120. Plus 6 is going to be 126. And of course, you can check that because if we add 126 plus 54, 126 plus 54 does indeed equal 180. The second type of trapezoid that we're going to have is going to be an isosceles trapezoid. So we know that we have the opposite sides are parallel, and we know that the consecutive angles are supplementary, so these two angles will equal 180, and these two angles will equal 180, just like on the non-isosceles trapezoid. However, we have four other things that we now know about our trapezoid. So the non-parallel legs are congruent. So that's going to be, this leg is going to be congruent to this leg. Diagonals are congruent, so we're going to make that diagonal is going to be congruent to this diagonal. Base angles are congruent, so this is a base angle, this is a base angle. They're going to be congruent. This is a base angle, and I'm going to make this base angle 2. And that is a base angle, and they're going to be congruent. And opposite angles are supplementary. So if my base angle 1 here is going to be supplementary with base angle 2. All right, let's find some missing parts. So we know that the base angles are equal. So if this base angle is 112 then angle Q is going to be 112. We also know that the angles created by the leg are supplementary, so we're going to do 180 minus 112 is going to give us 68. So angle S is going to be 68. And because angle S and angle R are both base angles, angle R is also going to equal 68. All right, now we're going to take a look at the diagonals. So we have diagonal MO is 12y minus 37, and diagonal PN is 5y plus 19. So you will notice that the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So we can set them equal to each other. We're going to zero pair out the 5y. That's going to give us 7y minus 37 is equal to 19. We're going to zero pair out the 37. So we're going to have 7y is equal to 56. Divide by 7, y is going to equal 8. So we now know what y is, but we need to find what Pn is. So we're going to do Pn is 5y plus 19, which would be 5 times 8 plus 19, which would be 40 plus 19. So the length of Pn is going to be 59. And of course, MO will also be 59 because the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. And now you know the two different types of trapezoids.